We got another episode brought to you by Law Nation Sports. I got my guy, TMack, the elite guy over here, man. Talk to me, man. How you been doing, bro?
I'm beyond blessed. I'm happy.
Mm-hmm.
Blessed that you have me on this. You have me on the show. It's gonna be amazing, man.
It's gonna be amazing, man.
Thank you.
So with that being said, bro, I've been hearing a lot of noise of you in this Dallas area, working with a lot of good things, man. Tell me about the projects that you got going on so far.
My number one project, I'm a gym owner.
Okay.
I'm a retired fighter. I love working with my fighters.
Okay.
I love being a gym owner. I love training my clients, and I also enjoy training elite athletes.
Okay.
Say, for instance, I train Amari Cooper.
Oh wow.
Train Brandon Cooks.
Okay.
Stephon Gilmore. Mike Jackson Sr. from Seattle. Dwayne Estridge. And
those are good household names there.
Yes, sir.
So let's do a moonwalk back
Okay.
into where all of this started. Your career, you, Tony Mack, the person. What made you get into this sport, into this avenue?
Boxing found me. I didn't find boxing.
Okay.
I graduated high school, went to Collin County
Okay.
College,
Okay.
and didn't know what direction I was going to go in life.
Okay.
So I was living with my aunt, and I didn't want to live with my aunt in college. So I ended up going to Century Court Apartments, where's the Collin County
Okay.
College campus.
Okay.
And I asked if I could get a job there. So I picked up trash for a living and kept the apartments furnished
Okay.
for free rent.
Oh wow.
Humble
beginnings.
Yeah,
So
humble.
you started off from there.
Yep.
And then you prepare yourself to, I remember looking back at your resume, and you said you started at a later age
100%.
doing this, right?
Yeah.
So when we look into all of that, I tell people it's not when you start, it's how you finish. And
100%.
then all of this too, everyone have a reason, but results are what matter, and your determination and your mindset. I got this mindset, I tell people all the time, bro.
Yeah.
PhD. Poor, hungry, and determined. I'm gonna make sure I can get things going one way or another.
100%.
And reading back at your storyline, starting off late, you still made it, bro. Can you break that process down for everybody?
Yeah, so like when I was cleaning the trash up, I ended up meeting a guy. I had to keep his apartments furnished. And I was like, he was in shape. I was like, what do you do, man? He was like, I box. And so we end up becoming friends, getting cool. And then he was like, he saw me working out in the gym one day. He said, if you want a real workout, come to the gym with me. And it ended up being a boxing gym, a hole-in-the-wall boxing gym with hardcore Mexicans in there going hard. And
Right.
man, I did the workout, man, and got my ass kicked.
Hey.
And when it came to the workouts and the training, man, I almost died. But I ended up working with the coach, and the coach was like, hey, man, you might could be a good boxer if you keep this up. And by the coach speaking life into me like that, I was like, really? You think I could box? So I just kept showing up to the gym, and then 3 months later, I had my first fight at the age 20 years old. So most people start boxing when they're 8, even in early teens. But I started boxing at the age of 20.
Oh wow.
So and 3 years later, man, I just kept boxing, kept winning, kept losing, but I just kept getting better as an amateur. Then 3 years later, man, I just made the USA team, and I just stayed consistent, man. It's a long story to get to that level, but I made the USA team. I ranked number 3 in the nation at the age of 24, 25 years old. And then turned pro at 27.
Oh wow.
And then when I turned pro, ended up becoming the Texas middleweight champion. 13-1-1. Derek James was my trainer. Earl Spence was my number one sparring partner. Me and him came up together. We was on a U.S. team together. Stuff like that, man. So, yeah, man, it's humble beginning. Man.
Humble beginnings. But what weight class that was in, bro?
When I first started boxing, I was like 215 coming from football. But then I ended up cutting it like as low as I got to like 160. 160 pounds, man. I fought as professional, a super middleweight and middleweight. Super middleweight was 168 pounds. and middleweight was 160 pounds.
Yeah, that's dope right there,
Yeah,
bro.
man, I got small.
You squeezed out.
Yeah,
That means you had all of that
I
strength
had all the strength.
reserved inside of you, man.
100%.
And now you're doing wonderful things for the community. You're doing wonderful things for the people. You know, a lot of times when we think about boxing in general, you know, is it more mental? Is it more physical? Can you break down that component of it? Because I think it's physicality, but I can see the mental process of it.
My perspective.
Okay.
80% mental, 20% physical.
Okay.
Man, you get punched in the mouth, you could be the strongest dude ever. They want to quit. Man, you get in boxing, man, you have to be willing to run through a brick wall to be successful.
Okay.
You can play football, you can play basketball, but you can't play boxing.
Okay.
You can get hurt in boxing. If you're mentally not strong enough, you won't make it in boxing. Of course, you have to be. Of course, you have the physical aspect. Got to be there. You got to be in the best shape of your life to be able to go rounds after rounds in order to take a punch. Because your body got to be conditioned to take punches. Okay. And no matter how good you are, you're gonna get hit. Mayweather got hit, or you know, but it's mental, man. Boxing is more mental. It's a chess match.
Can you take the hit? Can you recover when you take that hit, right?
100%.
And then can you set up and do all of the discipline aspect of it from defensive stance, right? So boxing, you got to compile all of that together.
You gotta put it all together.
Oh my goodness.
The name of the game is to hit, not get hit. The name of the game is to hit, not get hit.
Hit and not get hit.
That's the name of boxing.
And to know you're going to get hit.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You gotta pick your reactions gotta be up. Your head movement gotta be on point.
Okay.
Hands gotta be back. So you gotta put all these elements into one factor.
Okay.
You gotta be in condition. You gotta be you gotta be in punch condition.
Right.
Your core gotta be tight. Your thinking gotta be on point. You gotta outthink the next man. And you gotta make sure you move your head while you punching. So it's all these, it's like baking a cake. All these ingredients make a beautiful cake.
Okay.
And everything gotta come together at once, or you're gonna get hurt.
So the reason why I asked you all of that, you know, because you said earlier you worked with Amari Cooper. You worked with Michael Parsons, Brandon.
You mentioned Michael. I was gonna get to Michael. I was like, you're the best.
Micah,
you know.
Break that down. So I seen you with Michael Parsons. That's what it was. Hey, with that being said, break that storyline. How that came about.
They all elite.
Okay.
Man, Amari Cooper, man, he's like one of the coolest dudes I ever met. One of the best wide receivers in the game. Shout out to Amari Cooper. He's one of my sponsors, by the way, Route Runner. Great guy. But man, he was training with me for about 6 months, and then he kept telling me one day I'm gonna bring Micah in. One day I'm gonna bring Micah in, and then on my birthday, I was chilling, and then Coop hit me up like, "Yo, me and Michael about to come to the gym." I was like, "Oh!" I stopped. I was eating breakfast. I stopped what I was doing, ran to the gym, and we got to work. And then Micah, he loved what I brought to the table. And then on my birthday, like at my gym on your birthday, we got to do birthday burpees. And I just turned 38, so I was like, all right, man. Everybody was like, Tony, it's your birthday. You make everybody else do birthday burpees. You got to do your 38 birthday burpees. Michael was like, I'm doing with you then. Ever since then, man, we got mad cool after that, and we've been consistent with training ever since then. And he's just a freak of nature, man. He's a legit dude.
So it follows the line of what he's doing, even on his defensive player of the year run. Even though it's only been 2 games since we talking about this now. We talked about core, we talked about strength, we talking about techniques and things of that nature. Those are ingredients that you put upon his skill set now. That's just an extra token that he can have in his back pocket now to pull out during games. Hand placement, disengagement, playing half body or full body, getting upfield, shooting through things. Did you foresee that when you started working with Parsons and some of the other football players around these parts?
Man, overall goal, man, I didn't want to really I just wanted to teach them how to box, how to really box. I wanted to train them like they're getting ready for a world title fight. Okay. I didn't want to try to be something I'm not.
Right.
I just wanted to implement traditional, intense boxing.
Okay.
Everything that I learned from being on the U.S. team, everything I learned from training with Derrick James, training with my coach.
Right.
And I just put that all into them. I was like, look, I'm gonna teach y'all. Y'all, like I mentioned before, you can play football, you can play basketball, but you can't play boxing. I'm gonna actually train y'all like you're getting ready for a fight. I'm gonna throw real punches at y'all. I'm gonna teach you how to move your head. I'm gonna teach you how to catch punches mid-air. I'm gonna teach you how to slip, roll, pivot. But you drop your hands, it's your fault. Okay. And I have them get in the ring with my fighters, and they working defense only. I'm like, look, if you get hit, it's your fault.
It's your fault.
And I let my fighters work with him. And Micah, he loved the defense aspect that are going to teach him how to catch punches mid-air.
Okay.
Like real live action punches coming at you. And he's catching them mid-air, catching them. And I'm teaching him how to counter punch, catch and counter, shoot, catch and shoot, catch and shoot. And then I have him throw punches at my fighters. My fighters working defense. I'm like, yo, can I hit him? Like, yo, this is his professional. Right. If this is his profession, right. If he get hit, it's his fault. So tee off on him. And so they love that aspect of him. And I don't take it easy on them. I'm like, look, this is what we're here for. We're here to work. I came here to box. I'm going to teach you how to box the right way. Everything that I know, up to all the knowledge I have, damn near 20 years of knowledge, I'm giving it to these guys.
And you pour it upon him.
Pouring it to them.
Okay.
And not only that, but Mario Cooper, he got in there and sparred with a real fighter one time. Like,
how did he do?
He did good. He did good. It was a real fighter. The first round, he dominated. Then he was like, I'm ready to get out. I was like, nah, homie, that was your first round. You got to do one more round. He was like, I was like, nah, you ain't finna go in there and you have that false perception that you did good. Like, no, you got one more round. So he went in there, the dude kind of got a little best of him. But then afterwards, when he got done, Cooper's like, yo, I'm so glad that you made me stay because when he tested that conditioner really kicked in because he was ready to get out after the first round. And he got winded. He's like, I can see the condition. You got to be in the best shape of your life for this. He's like, you can't play this stuff. So he's like, man, he thanked me for pushing him and not being a yes man. Like, nah, you good. You come out. He's like, nah. I'm like, nah. You wanted to get in there with these fighters. You get in there and work.
You get in there. You gonna get there work.
And he went in there and he did it. I was afraid, like, please don't get hurt. I was like, oh, please don't get hurt. I want nobody coming at me, but he wanted to do some real sparring. His goal was to get in there and spar a real fighter. And normally when you in there, he sparred before, but when you in there with a teammate, somebody you train with, y'all don't go as hard. But when another GM come, you gotta show your dominance. You gotta like, all right, you can't come to my house and try to outwork me. I was like, so I told Amar, I said, look, this is another GM. I said, these guys don't know you, they don't respect you, they know of you, but no, they came to get some work. And so Amar was like, I'm with it, let's work. And so he went in there and did his thing. And yeah, man.
Yeah, so that's the difference of being good, average, above average, and now you're talking elite, right? Man, you didn't train this man to be, hey, Amari Cooper, we want you to be average. We want you to be above average. No, you training that guy to be elite. So regardless of who he up against, he's going to have that mindset that I got to give elite performance. I got to bring that to the table because this is what my trainer is exhibiting and exuding. Ladies and gentlemen, y'all hear it. This dude is going to train you the right and proper way. Right. It goes back, man. May he rest in peace, the mama. You know what I'm saying? Kobe. There was a quick documentary or a short series of he didn't even allow his daughter to beat him, right? Because he made sure that he gave her all, you know what I'm saying? Of his work ethics, everything. So when I'm hearing you, I see the same thing. You're not going to halfway do this. If you get in the ring, I'm going to give you elite.
I'm going to give you everything I got.
I got everything.
And that's why I'm successful in the membership business because I train my clients like they're real fighters. I teach my clients the true principles of boxing. I teach my clients the how and the why of boxing. I do the same thing with my elite athletes. I do the same thing with my fighters. Like, look, I'm gonna show you everything that I know and I'm gonna give it to you and I'm gonna be patient with you until you get it. I let them know boxing is tough, one of the hardest sports ever, but if you stick with it and stay consistent and stick through the tough times and be willing to look foolish for a couple of weeks and a couple of months until you get the technique down pat, you will be successful. The ones who quit, the ones that never get to that level, but consistency is key, and if you stick with it, you will be okay when it comes to boxing. Yes. It's not a one-time thing. You gotta be consistent with this thing. You gotta be on point with it.
Consistency.
Your timing and everything gotta be on point. It gotta be good, man.
You guys here, like I always say, everyone have a reason, but results are what matter. And you delivering the results, bro. Talk to me about this, though. Who is the greatest boxer of all time, from your perspective?
My perspective?
Yeah.
I honestly respect Muhammad Ali, but I never did study him.
Okay.
I never did really watch him. I had two great fighters that I really studied. Three great fighters that I studied when I was coming up. It was Sergio Martinez is one.
Okay.
The reason why I studied Sergio Martinez is because he started boxing at the age of 20, just like me.
Okay.
And he became a real champion. He was a guy that he used to be cycling for. He was a professional cycler, like a bicycle rider. But he he discovered he wanted to start boxing at the age of 20 years old.
Oh, wow.
And once I found that, I just studied every little move he made. Every little move he made. And I just watched him, and he became a world champion. He fought some great fighters and did great. And then my second greatest is who I discovered along the way is Marvin Hagler.
Okay.
His mindset was amazing. His every time before he had a fight, he had a war hat. He went to war. He wasn't the most technical. He was a dog. When it came to dog, he was willing to do whatever it takes to win. His training regimen, the things he did outside the ring.
Right.
What I mean by outside the ring is he went to bed on time. He ate right. He didn't party.
Okay.
He actually went to war. He actually got away from his family and sacrificed.
Sacrifice is everything.
Sacrificed. He did everything he was supposed to do. He died to be one of the greatest. And then his third favorite is, of course, Andre Ward.
Andre Ward.
Andre Ward is his mental aspect of boxing. He's a student of the game.
Okay.
He's a student. He loved boxing, man. He the only fighter that ever went undefeated ever in amateur. He lost one fight when he was 9 years old. He went undefeated all the way up to his pro career.
Oh, wow.
Never lost a fight since he was 9. His first fight only. And after that, he was Olympic gold medalist, multiple time world champion. To beat the best, and Andre Ward is mental. He's one of the guys that teach fighters that, hey, if your coach gotta make you go run, if your coach gotta your coach see you leaving the gym without you putting everything
your
coach got like, hey man, you eating right? Your coach like, yo, you ain't in the bag enough. He said you shouldn't be boxing. You shouldn't be doing it. Go find another sport, because he said when you get to a point in your boxing career, your coach gotta make you go home. Your coach gotta tell you like, nah man, you working too hard, man. Go to sleep. Go home, get some rest, man. Those are the fighters you want. Those are people you want to deal with, because those ones are going to be a world champion. The ones who's willing to run through a brick wall to be successful is the ones who are going to get to the next level. Sun up, sun down type. That's what I'm looking for, man.
That's dope, man. So when we look at these guys that you're training all around the globe, basically, you're giving them a little piece of Ward. You're giving them a little piece of Hagler. You're giving them a little piece of Sergio.
Derek James,
all of them. Right.
Derek James is my boxing coach, trainer of the year.
Okay.
He was my coach as my professional.
Okay.
And I'm giving him what he taught me. But I don't take I take a little bit of what he taught me, but I make it my own. I make it my own. My coach, Paul Vasquez, he's a Mexican coach when I was as an amateur. He got me to the Olympics. He taught me how to just be a dog. I had that Mexican style. Then when I got with Derek, as a professional, he taught me how to actually box.
Right.
And so I mixed in a little bit of both. And then when I got to the Olympic team, Barry Hunter, Sean Porter, now he worked with Sean Porter, worked with the Petersons.
Okay.
Lamont Anthony Peterson, Adrian Broner, Javante Davis, he worked with all them. He was my coach, and he taught me a lot of stuff.
Okay.
I worked with I was blessed enough to start boxing at a late age and train with elite fighters.
Man.
And I trained with elite coaches. I got so much knowledge from that within a small period of time. I get to pour all that into my current fighters, into my current members and my clients, into my current elite athletes, professional football players, basketball players. I work with Jason Maxill.
Yeah, they getting all of this.
They getting all of this, man. Yeah.
This is flat out dope, man. And hey, we was having some conversations about, a lot of people think that boxing is all up top, right? But it's more so with your lower body and the hips and everything. Before we go into our next conversation, Pete, break that down. That you fight and you punch more with your legs and your lower body versus
more power when you rotate your hips.
Hips.
If you stand up tall, if your knees not bent, you don't have no power. Your knees gotta stay bent. That's how you generate more power. What's that saying? It's like, I hope I'm saying it right. If I'm saying it wrong, forgive me. It's like physics, you know.
Okay.
Your knees is like lower center of gravity to the ground. You have more power. You generate more power.
Okay.
You shift your weight when you rotate your body. When you don't shift your weight, you arm punching. But if you shift your weight, say as I'm 205 pounds right now, if you shift your weight and your hips, you punch with all 205 pounds. Let's think something 205 pounds hitting you in the face.
Yeah.
That's all from the physics of punching. It's all about the rotation of your punching, turning your hips. It's not just arm punching, because you ain't gonna do that. But if you turn your hips, the big ass legs. Sorry,
Yeah.
curse, I don't know if
Yeah, you good. You good. You
yeah,
good.
you turn the hips, you get more power. And then if you think you got to load up on punches, those be the ones that don't get nobody, won't hit you. But if you just stay relaxed and just turn your hips, just a little turn, that'd be the ones that you get more knockouts.
Hey,
It's all about
and
rotation.
you guys see it, man. That's mental focus. That's mental mindset. And then that's also because muscle memory, So by you training guys like that, it goes on to the football field. It goes on to the baseball field. It goes on to the basketball courts. This is what my guy TMack is doing out here. And that's why it's elite performance. It's not TMack average performance, or above average. This is elite information that he's giving out, man. Look, we ain't gonna give out no more tips, man. Just go visit this guy at his facility and send it. Hey, where your facility located at, by the way?
It's in Frisco Texas, 109 North Greenville Avenue, Suite A, Allen, Texas. So if you're watching, you want to learn how to box, come take a boxing class with me. 8:30 a.m. We have an intro to boxing class every Saturday morning. Again, 8:30 a.m. Intro to boxing class. Come take a class with us. We got complimentary gloves, complimentary hand wraps for you. Just come take a boxing class. Learn how to box the right way.
The right way, the proper way. And I'm looking at this star right to the right of me right here, man.
Woo!
Woo! Woo! Can y'all see that star right there, baby?
Yeah.
I'm going to say this, though, for my guy TMack. Who are your top 3 Cowboy players of all time? Or currently?
All time?
All time.
Of course, I was born in the 80s, grew up in the 90s. You got to go with your Deions,
Okay. Prime time.
Emmitt Smith. Michael Irvin.
Hey, I got the primes on right now. So you mentioned, hey, give me that thing music. You know what I'm saying? Let's go, baby.
Parsons, of course, I'm just a fan of his work ethic. He might look at me crazy when I tell him to do something, but he'll do it and do it with 100% effort.
Mm-hmm.
He go hard, and then when I say we done, he's like, "That's it." I'm like,
"Is it?
Hey, let's get some more. Let's get some more work." I'm like,
that line always hungry.
And he might feel it in the moment, but
right.
Man, the dude don't quit. He's eager to learn. He's eager to get excited. He pick information up really quick. Because like the first time we boxed, he I didn't say he struggled, but he didn't understand the boxing aspect of it. But then the next day he came in, like he picked it up.
Quick learner, man.
He picked it up. I was like, oh snap! And I was able to throw more things at him. I was like, all right, we can do this, we can do that. And I was like, let's try this combination. Let's try this combination. I was training like he was one of my fighters. And then I was like, all right, so I'm gonna throw real punches. I'm gonna show you how to catch punches midair. Do real punch. He was catching. He was like, yo, I need that. He was like, that's what I really want because that's getting the offensive hands up. He's like,
disengage.
So I just really got used to like really threw punches, like intense punches at him. I was trying to crack him. He picked it up. I counted by one time. I was like,
I got the real.
He got mad at me when I did.
So he's him.
I got mad at me when I kind of pulled back. He was like, nah, homie. I was like, all right, man, Jerry called me.
Jerry go. You might get that call from Jerry. But here's what I saw from Parsons. When Parsons year 1, he met up with Amari Cooper. And they played chess. And that's the mindset that he had because he wanted to beat Amari Cooper. And Amari Cooper out there beat him down. And he put it all on the social media and everything. Let everybody know, rubbed it in on him and everything. But Parsons, the very next day, let's do it again. Let's go at it again. And eventually, of course, Parsons won. So that shows the mindset of Parsons. That shows that, hey, it's nothing impossible. I always like to say the Jim Rowan quote, when the end comes for me, let it find me conquering a new mountain, not sliding down an old one. That's what Parsons brings to the table. This dude always challenging someone. I think we could play tic-tac-toe. He gonna be like, hey, Law, let's go again. You know what I'm saying? Connect folk, whatever it is, that dude, he got that lion mentality that he want to fight anyone, and beat anyone. And I like that, and I'm glad that you mentioned that about him,
100%. That's one thing I really admire about him because he come to work, and then when I was like, all right, 10 o'clock, I was like, come 10 a.m. He was like, nah, man. He said, I'm trying to get used to getting up at 4, so he made me get up at 4 one time.
Wow.
Like me, I said, all right, let's be at the gym at 4:30, 5 o'clock. He's like, all right, I'm trying to get used to trying to force myself to get up early to get everything done. I was like, all right, I'm trying to sleep in, but you want it, let's go.
Let's get it.
I got up and we went to work, and we stayed with that time, and I love people who challenge me.
Okay.
You know, I was blessed enough to have these guys to be in my life to be able to train these guys, to show how great of a trainer I can be.
Right.
Because it pulls out the greatness in me.
Okay.
You know, because these guys, they want more, they want more, they want more.
Right.
When I say when they want more understanding of boxing. They want to get pushed condition-wise. They want to get pushed to the next level. And it make me stretch out into my memory bank. It make me do my homework. It make me continue to study. It make me get better at what I'm doing for these guys.
Man,
that's legit,
man. That's dope, man. So, hey, we at the Tower Club right now, and we got a big event coming up on September the 30th. Can you explain to the people, explain to them what's going on that date and what you got going on?
Tower Club.
Salute to Tower Club too.
Huge shout out to Tower Club for giving me the opportunity to promote my first professional boxing show. It's on the 48th floor.
Okay.
Overlooking the entire city of Dallas. You can see Fort Worth from here. It's professional fights, sanctioned professional fight. My main event is Greg Hardy, ex-Cowboy player, versus Greg Corbin, a well-known Dallas boxer. Over 300 people are going to be here. It's a black tie event, red carpet. You cannot overdress. I mean, I need you to overdress. I need you to show up and show out. I need you to come suited and booted. I need you on point. And, man, we're going to have some great undercard fighters with some up-and-coming future champions on the undercard.
Okay.
We got guys coming from all over the United States to be on our card. And it's going to be a fun night. It's going to be an amazing night. And, hey, TMack Elite Promotions born with Tower Club. They gave me the opportunity to get my first boxing promotion show. That's been one of my goals. I wanted to be a coach, wanted to be a trainer, wanted to be a gym owner. And I put on my goal list 5 years ago, have my boxing promotion. And now TMack Elite Promotions is born. The power of writing down your goals. It happens if you really put it down in action. And so now, September 30th, it starts 5 p.m. If you get the VIP tickets, 5 p.m. you get unlimited drinks.
Okay.
The VIP you get a meal, and then a fight start at 8. And that's when the action starts. And shout out to Amari Cooper. He's one of my main sponsors. Route Runner, not Amari Cooper. His business, Route Runner.
Yes, indeed. Works some routes too.
He got some of the dopest shoes. You can have. He got some gear and shirts, stuff for the females, but the shoes is the dopest shoes out there.
Oh yeah.
He paying homage to Michael Jordan.
Okay.
He took the Jordan idea but made it his own.
It's
pretty dope, man.
Man, that's a brilliant dude right there to do all of that.
He's a great dude, man. He's a businessman. Me and him built the relationship, and we was on the Stairmaster working out with him. He was like, man, he said, my overall goal is he said, I see what you're doing, how you got done boxing, and you took it to business. He's like, that's what I'm doing now, and that's what I want to do. And so I think he respected me with that aspect.
Okay.
I'm just not a boxer. I started a business, and that's who he is. He's a businessman. That's why me and him kept a good relationship, because he respected the business aspect of it. Because it's more than boxing. I'm more than a boxer. Yeah. He's more than a football player.
It's life right now.
It's life.
He locked in now.
Yeah, we took what God gave us and turned it to something special. Like boxing is the core, and we making multiple streams of income off the core. And football is his core. He's making streams of income off the core.
Off of it, yeah. And roll tide, Hey, Amari Cooper is that dude, and appreciate him for sponsoring this your first big fight at Tower Club. So who's all on there again? You got Greg Hardy and
you got Greg Hardy versus Greg Corbin. The co-main event gonna be John Shipman versus Greg and Greg versus John and John. John Shipman, Jonathan Lee Rice.
It sounds like a law firm, bro. I'm Law Nation, but hey, that sounds like a law firm.
They are not. They are. They are some killers.
They some killers right there. I love it. I love it. In the ring.
Then we got some up-and-coming fighters, man. I got a guy, Randall Canada. He's a 2-0, man. He an amateur champion.
Oh, wow.
Got some guys coming from Austin. I got Mike LaMelle. He's a Dallas fighter. And then we got Donald Ward coming from Memphis. He's a boxing warrior. He's like the gatekeeper in boxing.
Okay.
He got a really good record. He fought some great guys. And then I got some other heavyweights coming from San Antonio, man. So it's gonna be a night of heavyweights.
Hey, so what this sound like on September the 30th? don't meet me there. Beat me here. You know what I'm saying? So you're going to have to come on out to the Tower Club.
Yep.
Hey, the information will be down below in the
and
descriptions and everything else.
Follow me on Instagram because the Tower Club link for tickets is on my bio. TMack Elite Training. Instagram.
Let's go. Hey,
let's get it.
Everyone, hey, we didn't have a good time at all. We had a great time out here, man. I got my guy right here, man. Hey, he got a strong grip right here. I'm gonna have to get into the boxing ring. You know what I'm saying? Let's go, man.
Gotta work, man.
Let's go. My name is Law Nation Sports, and I got my guy TMack, man. Let's go. DC for life, and everyone else that's listening. Let's go.
Thank you, man.
Salute.
Top boxers out here, people that really contributed a lot to the sport in Dallas.
Like, it's like, I mean, I'm gonna say, of course, Charles Hadley. He was the one that he started it out as an amateur, man. He was one of the boxing greats. When I first started boxing, everybody looked up to Charles Hadley. Everybody wanted to be like the Hadley brothers.
Right.
And Big Greg Hadley, he put all of the boxing on map, the black gloves and all this stuff. When I first started, man, I looked up to them so much. And then as I got older, Derrick James, he was a good boxer in Dallas. Him and his brother Ahmad and Maurice James, they all is great Dallas boxers. Of course, Earl Spence, he put Dallas on the map. You go way back, Curtis Coates, one of the first world champions.
Oh wow.
Curtis Coates, from Dallas. Maurice Hooker, he's a world champion. Man, there's a lot of other coming fighters like I think out of Dallas, man, Jordan and Josh Jenkins. I was training with, like, they was my little homies, and they was like 8, 9 years old.
Wow.
And there's a lot of fighters in Fort Worth right now. Oh, I got Fort Worth. I got Desmond White. He's on my card. He's out of Fort Worth. Sammy Brown out of Fort Worth. He's on my card. Wow, I'm tripping. Why am I not thinking of these guys? They on my card. He's out of the Fort Worth fighters, man, up and coming, undefeated fighters. Man, Dallas is growing, man, in the Dallas circuit, man, and of course myself. I helped with Dallas. I
hold it down for it.
I made the USA team. A lot of people didn't. My style was a little ugly because I had to start at I started a football player, working my way to the top, but I got better. I just kept getting better and became the Texas middleweight champion, man. And I showed boxers. I think I showed boxers that boxing is more than boxing. You could turn your boxing into a business.
Yeah.
I showed a lot of up-and-coming fighters that you could teach boxing. You could own your own gym. You could be an entrepreneur of boxing. I think that's what I'm creating in Dallas. Everybody, some coaches, some people had that old mindset that you gotta continue to have because boxing is a poor man's sport. I don't want to say that everybody had a poor mind mentality.
Right.
But you could actually make a decent living if you go by it the right way.
Right.
Most people think you got to charge for free, that you got to have a hole-in-the-wall gym, or you got to struggle to be successful in boxing. No, you can actually turn it into a legit business, man.
Yeah. But like you said, it covers everything.
It covers everything.
It covers everything, health, mentally,
Yeah.
and then the mindset of boxing itself, even what Les Brown said, a prize fighter, even on his way down, he continued to swing. Because he knows that all it takes is one punch.
Yep.
Right? And that can be the deciding factor, right? And we've seen storylines of boxers say, oh man, he had me. But, I continue to fight through it, basically. So that fighter's mentality, you can apply it to math, reading, writing. You can apply it to, like, what I said about my story, but I continue to apply. You got to have that mindset. And you're right, bro. It's one of the better businesses to be in, basically. Because all sports, it's not a man on this planet who didn't think about fighting somebody.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Basically. And who need to know how to fight,
Yep. It just,
Technically.
and not only fight, it's just mentally, it's just build your confidence up.
Yeah.
You just know how to fight, and then the disciplines that boxing teach you.
Yeah.
That's what carry over to business. That what carried over in life. For me, it's the disciplines. And
Okay.
you don't got to be a tough guy. When you're a boxer, you know you can fight. You can walk around with a smile on your face. You can be respectful to everybody because you don't need to be an asshole because you know how to fight. And you the one; those be the ones, and nobody want to fight you. They know you box. They gonna kill you.
These hands are registered.
But at the same time, if you need to protect yourself, you know you got that, but you're not gonna show it. Most people are like, yo, you too nice to be boxing. You too happy to be a boxer, because boxing help you channel everything you've been through in life, and know teach you how to keep it disciplined, keep it tight, keep it on point, and to where you don't need to boast and brag that you know how to fight and stuff like that. So it's just a lot of disciplines that boxing teach you, man. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, I think it goes back to that puncher's chance. You know? We seen that big old burly guy come in there trying to fight the little man, and that chin wide open. And he just takes his time, give him a rib chop, then hit him with the uppercut. Hey, you already know.
100%.
That's why I say boxing is around us all, man.
What advice would you give to Spence after his last fight? And then also who you got in Canelo Charlo coming up. That's some more Texas fighters right there in the mix.
I didn't even think about that.
The biggest fights in a decade.
I personally know Earl Spence. He was one of my sparring partners. I just know he's a dog, man. I just know he could conquer anything he wants because his mindset is very strong. There's no advice me to give him. It's just that just get back to the game plan. Just get back to what got you there. You know, just tweak a few little things, whatever you need to tweak, whatever went wrong your last fight camp, just don't do it no more. I don't know what it is. I don't know if you need to tweak something, you did something different, but I wasn't there, so I don't know. I don't have advice for it. I just want to say just get back to what got you to where you are. And just stay focused, stay consistent, because that's what true champions do. They come back. That's what's going to make you a greater fighter if you come back and dominate. So just stay on your shit. Stay on consistent. Stay on the game plan. Of course, you got knocked down, but I know you personally. You're going to get back up and fight your ass off. You're going to tweak what you need to tweak, and you're going to do what you need to do, and it's going to be a very successful night. And if it's not, you're going to still keep fighting because I know who you are. And so there's no advice, man. Just stay on. Just stay focused, man. Just stay on what you've been doing. Derrick James, man. That's I'm going with Charlo because Derrick James trained Charlo. And I think Derrick James is gonna have a game plan because Derrick James got something to prove. He's not the champion of the trainer of the year for no reason. He's coming back 10 times stronger. He's gonna come with a beautiful game plan against Canelo, and he gonna win. I love Canelo. I want to see Canelo win, just not this fight. I gotta see. You know what? I don't personally know Charlo, but I personally know Derrick James. And I want Derrick James to be successful. That's it.
That's dope. Hey, man. Hey, like I said, that puncher's chance. Hey, I know it's movies, but I sit there and watch that Creed, you know, and the lady was like, hey, you know, you need to not get back in that ring. But one of the most compelling parts of the movie, he said, if I don't do this, I have nothing. I'm paraphrasing, you know. I don't know the exact line, but basically, that was his life. And you know how you have an itch and you just got to get out there to scratch it. And the last known memory of you don't want to be laid out on the ground. I call it like Family Guy. So you want to make sure, and that's probably what Spencer is saying. And then who knows? It could be in one of those rounds. He said, damn, I got him, you know. But to the outside world, hey man, it didn't look good for you, bro. Hey, throw the towel in. Hey, you don't have it mentally. You don't have it X, Y, Z physically. But in his mind, he might have seen something. He might have heard something when he hit him a certain way, you know? So all of that, I contextualize it to life. And if he want to get back in that ring and represent his family, his name, because they're like what my guy said on the wire, Marlo, he said, my name is my name. So, hey, he got his name out there. So, one of the greatest shows ever. So, get out there, make it happen.
I said last question, but one last question. You talked a lot about like mindset, the personal growth, development. When a fighter does go through a loss like that, what are they battling mentally, and what not just him, but any fighter, like what do they have to overcome mentally?
That's dope.
It's good questions. Man, let me think. Man, you have to, like I said, get back to the drawing board.
Yeah.
Tweak a few things, because if you've never been hurt, never been knocked down, and you get dropped with a shot, it's gonna mentally mess you up. It's gonna mentally mess you up and jack you up. But the great ones figure out something.
Yeah.
The great ones tweak something. The great ones change up the training regimen. The great ones stop eating certain foods. The great ones go to sleep a little early. The great ones pick up the run a little bit. The great ones read some extra books to make sure their mental game is on point, man. The great ones do what they do not like doing to be successful. You know what I mean? You got to do the things that you hate to get back to where you want to be in life. And so it's going to hurt. Of course, it's going to hurt if you get dropped, if you get beat up real bad. But you got to have a hunger within you that is not going to stop you from getting to where you want to be. You got to be willing to run through a brick wall to get back to where you need to be. And only you can believe it, and nobody else will believe until you believe in you. And so only you could believe it, and you got to know the inner strength you have. You can't let nobody stop you. You can't let the naysayers get to you. You can't let your friends, your family, your wife say you got to do this, you got to do that. You got to stick to your own dream. You got to stick to your goal, and just keep fighting, man. This is what boxing is all about, man. It's just keep going. That's what makes boxing the greatest sport ever, because it's only you versus somebody versus another man. Your heart versus his heart. Your will versus his will. Your power versus his power. Is why they call boxing the chamber of truth, because it tells the truth who sacrificed in the ring, who done what they're supposed to do outside the ring, who went to sleep on time, who ate right. You just gotta you just gotta tweak a few things if you take an L. And it's not even a loss, it's a learning situation. You're learning from that. Learn from what you did wrong. Hopefully you have a great coach that can make some great adjustments. And you just got to take more risk. That's what it's about, man. Take more risk and do what's right.
Yes, indeed.
It's a lot. It's just a lot you can do. It's a lot.
It's like the old adage, if you fall off the horse, make sure you try to get back on.
Yeah, exactly.
You know,
that's all I can say.
quickly, you know.
Ain't nothing to it, because most people, the thing with most people is something happen, they quit.
Right.
If something go wrong, they quit. They don't show up. And what make ordinary people great is they have a certain level of determination that most people don't have. They have a certain level of discipline that most people don't have. Right. And they have a certain level of tenacity, or they have a certain level of that go-getter attitude that most people don't have. Right. And so you got to have that mindset that nothing's going to stop you. You got to be unbreakable, unshakable. You have to be mentally prepared to battle yourself, because your mind is yourself.
So in that ring, it's you versus you.
It's you versus you.
Yeah, right.
It's you versus you, man. So, bro, man, this boxing stuff is real, man, because it's you versus you. You are your biggest opponent, and once you look in the mirror and say, "Man, I can't do it no more," stop, quit. If you doubt yourself just a little bit, of course there's gonna be a little doubt. But then if you have something back of your head like, "Nah, homie, quit acting like a little," in back of your own head.
Yeah, that's a great.
Yeah, quit. And you're like, I could do it. You gotta find something within you, but you just can't go half-ass at it. You gotta go 100% with it. So, I hope I answered your question. I went crazy with it. I'm sorry.
The answer right there.
He went into the deep end with the great stuff, man, because the great Bill Parcells said, once you thought about retirement, you'd already retired. And he's speaking from a football mindset, you know. So that could be the situation even in that boxing ring. So if he's not thinking of retirement, he want to get that one shot back at it, do it, you know. I got this saying, it's a long quote, but it is a great one. If there's one thing a man should always do, is mainly to himself stay true. Never allow someone to change your point of view unless what they mean makes sense to you. Never judge a man by sight alone, nor by the height he has grown. And when speaking, keep it at a moderate tone, because raised voices turn hearts into stone. You see, in the beginning, it was brother, our rival brother, box with brother. The morals of life, live, love, and respect for another. Then there are those who will try to be smart. They would take the decent man to alter his heart, to seek to rip him apart. No man should call him a friend, because they bend lies around the truth to meet their end. That's the truth right there, y'all.